Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Most Excellent Entertainment. I'm your host, Keith, and my guest this week is really just an amazingly talented musician. She has a new album out called Right Where I Should Be, and yeah, I'm just really, really happy to talk to Jenn Christy. Jenn, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And so just the energy might be a little weird right now because bank accounts and things, and man, wow. But we're here, we made it, so
Made it.
yeah, so awesome. um so before we get going, I just want to say, like, I am a big scourer of Goodwill for music, and this was years ago now, like before my son was born. My son's 11. I found, I think so. I think it was before he was born. But I found your first CD, "Becoming," in Goodwill,
Sweet.
and
Spread the love. I love it.
yeah, and I loved it. It was, and so I started following you on social media, um, and I've been listening to your stuff on Spotify, and then so I've been a fan for a while. So this is really cool. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And I just I really love the new album so much. It's such a strong musical statement. I don't know. I
I do
love it.
my best. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you
I
killed it.
watched I watched your whole podcast for the
Awesome.
yeah, and I was just like overwhelmed. Like my husband's like, "Oh no. Oh no." I'm like, yeah, this ego's just yeah, I was
That's
like, so
awesome.
I was all in for it.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I've mentioned this before, but since you brought it up, I might as well plug it. We do a music podcast too, called "My Taste in Music Sucks," which it doesn't really, but
I
irony.
disagree. I was very happy
Yeah.
with your taste in music.
Thanks. But yeah, it's basically me and a buddy of mine, and we're not critics. We just sit down and talk about an album and go over really what we love about it more than anything, and then we talk about music for probably 3 or 4 hours after that. I don't know how people are listening to it, but it's super popular already. Like,
I think it's
honestly,
I think it's fantastic because it original musician and independent musician, you
yeah,
are the people that we want to like see like live inside of music. Like you're
yeah,
embracing it, and that's exactly what we want. Like critics and all that stuff. That's we don't want critics. We don't want the well, we do, but I guess
sure, yeah,
um what you guys are doing that gave me the best warm fuzzy for like. And again, my husband was like, "Oh man," he was like, "These," like we're both just there like, "This is so great," because it was such a warm blanket that you guys wrapped around me. So I
it's
appreciate it. It
awesome.
was awesome.
That's very cool, man. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is about you, obviously, but I mean, I might as well just talk a little bit about the podcast. Like, we didn't. So originally, I started it because I wanted like a contradictory viewpoint. I was going to pick an album that I really liked, and then bring someone else on who didn't like it, so we
Oh,
could go back and forth.
I
And
love
that's why it was called "My Taste in Music Sucks." It was supposed to be kind of a debate about music, but then I couldn't get anyone to do that with me.
that.
And then
Well,
I got Icon. Yeah. Well, I got Icon, and he was like, well, let's just talk about music we love. And I was like, that's so much better. Let's just do that. And so
It's
there we go.
it's so positive. That's and everybody needs positivity at this point in their life. Like, and we're just all like finding all the good that we can. So that was it. That was exactly what you're doing, and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thanks. I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, I love a good debate. And so that was kind of, and I
Sure.
feel like I can defend any music that I enjoy. So I kind of was like, I'm going to win all of these. But,
Oh, I like
but
a competition too, though.
yeah,
Competition's also healthy.
sure. But yeah, at the end of the day, though, it's fun. It's better to just be positive and put music out there that we think people should listen to. And yeah,
I love it.
awesome. So now let's get back into you. Yeah, all right. Um so did you grow up like with music around you, because you seem to really have a lot of influences and different styles that you move in and out of?
Great question. I'm adopted, so
Okay.
and my family, I was adopted 17 and a half months, so it was like
Okay.
no influence before that. But my family, I was raised on Zamfir, which is a pan flautist,
Okay.
classical music, because I played classical piano and classical music, and I loved Celine Dion. Like
Ah,
that was my go-to. Um, and that was my find. And then I mean, I found like Indigo Girls and stuff later, but
yeah.
or I mean, anything. My brothers listened to jazz and Pink Floyd, and I was like, so Pink Floyd is
Interesting.
for nerds. Yeah. I thought it was bad music, and then I ended up in a tribute band with doing Pink Floyd. I was like, oh, okay, this is actually really cool. And that was in my 20s. So, um, I was not raised on a lot of music.
Okay.
So I was raised Methodist, so I was in church, and so I know all the Christian songs, all this stuff. Um,
Gotcha.
but I was not raised on like music. Then when I met my husband right out of college, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play the Grateful Dead. We're gonna go to a Grateful Dead concert." And I was like, "Aren't they metal?" Like that's how oblivious I was at
Oh,
20. Like I told Mellencamp, he was like, "Who do you listen to?" I was like, "Celine Dion." He was like, "Never repeat that." And I was like, "Well."
nah.
So
That's
like
funny.
I learned everything. My husband, when we first met, was like School of Rock. Here we go. Introduced
Yeah.
me to everything, including Billy Joel. And I mean, he is the die-hard music fan because he can't play a note. Like he can't
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
But he is the best radio player or CD or record player you'll like ever meet. He knows music. He loves music. So I give credit to my husband because
That's
I
awesome.
did not have anything.
That's awesome. So you started out classical piano, I guess.
Yeah.
Was that kind of like your parents wanted you to play piano? Was that sort of how that went, or?
Pretty much. I mean, I climbed up on the piano when I was like 3 and picked out Chariots of Fire and Drummer Boy and put it
Oh,
together
cool. Okay.
like at a very young age. So they were like, put her on
Yeah.
piano. So I
Yeah.
did that. I did classical piano all the way up until my freshman year of college. And
Okay.
then,
Yeah. But honestly, though, you play so well. Like it's pretty obvious that you have some classical training of some kind. Because the emotion that you put into the piano. I don't think people. And I mean, rock. There's emotion in rock too, but like
oh yeah,
honestly, if you listen to like Tchaikovsky, to
oh
me,
yeah,
that's the most emotional music that exists. And
absolutely.
yeah, and it's
Like,
funny that he was kind of a pop star, looked
well,
at, like his pop music when he was
oh,
a
all of my classical stuff. Like, but I mean, I auditioned with Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue to IU, and that's how I got in the pro. But I don't play jazz,
yeah,
but he's considered jazz. So I mean, yeah, I actually I used to joke that I had to dumb down for rock music, but it's so much it's so different. It's completely
yeah,
different place to do like the da stuff as
right,
opposed to the very because this is all rhythm, this is all feel. Classical is all make sure you got the notes and feel, and
yeah,
it's they're very different worlds. So I definitely lean more towards the dark side now, I guess, and you know, to the
right
rock
on,
and pop stuff.
yeah. So there's not much vocalization in classical music unless you're talking operas and stuff. So when did you decide to start singing? Like, where did that come from?
I think I sang when I was little all the time. I remember
Okay.
singing all through grade school with a hairbrush in the mirror, like thinking like you're here, and I would sing with a
Hmm.
hair because the hairbrush doesn't work with this.
Yeah.
Um, I was in choir, I was in show choir, I did all those things.
Okay.
Uh, I had never been to a concert before John Mellencamp hired me, and I had no idea what that would be like until I was on stage. So, I went to when I joined Mellencamp, like
Yeah.
that's when I realized, like, oh, I should do this. And I was always in my head a pianist, a vocalist, and a songwriter. And now these things have kind of switched around at certain times of my life. So,
Sure.
um, I've sung my whole life, but didn't make it a professional choice until after Mellencamp, or I
Okay.
guess when I joined Mellencamp.
So how did that? I mean, that's a really interesting thing. Like, so you weren't looking to be a professional singer, but all of a sudden you're John Mellencamp's backup singer. Like, how did that happen? That's
Kevin,
crazy.
it's so bizarre because all right, like Keith, it's this is crazy because
Yeah.
I sang the national anthem at an IU basketball game my sophomore year. I always sing the national anthem at swim meets, and then I sang the national anthem at a basketball game. He brought me down, asked how old I was. I was like, I'm 19. He was like, okay. Didn't hear anything. I didn't know who he was because I'm from
Oh, wow.
Tennessee.
Right.
And
Oof.
then senior year, he did it again, and um, I I was like, I'm 21. He was like, okay. Invited me to the studio, asked what I played. I told him the instruments I played, and then he was like, "Do you want to go on tour and record on my new album, Cutting Heads?" And I was like, he was like, "I'll give you a couple days to think about it." Then he called me, and I was like, "Yeah, I've never done that before." So I'd
Oh,
never done anything like it, and then got bit by the bug, and now I'm doing what I do.
that's wild. So your first experience in the studio was recording with John Mellencamp, and your first time on a stage was singing with John Mellencamp. Like that is wild.
First concert ever. I had never been to an
Yeah.
actual
So
stadium
yeah, you
concert or
hadn't even been to
anything.
a concert. Like you were wow. What was that like? Like I mean, obviously you didn't really have a lot of context for it, but man.
It was wild because we opened up with "Gimme Shelter," so like roses fell
Oh,
from the sky, and we came down Rainbow, and we sang with him. It was crazy doing the album. It was crazy prepping for it because he's a perfectionist and he
yeah,
surrounds himself
yeah,
with incredible musicians. So I was the baby of the group who had no
right.
experience. So I just watched Pat Peterson because I mean, she was the queen bee of his career. So
Yeah,
I did what she said. I watched her and I studied, and I was the first to show up for like last leave, and I just made sure that I absorbed everything I could, and like at the studio and in rehearsals.
yeah.
So I just always tried to learn, and I guess it paid off in a way. So
Right, right, right. So, I am a big John Mellencamp fan. Like I used to walk around listening to and all the old stuff like with a boom box when I was a kid, carried it around the neighborhood. Yeah. And I've always like I mean, I love his music so much. Um, you hear different stories about him, but obviously you can provide maybe a different perspective because a lot of people say you said he was a perfectionist, but a lot of people say he's kind of a harsh person and hard to deal with. How was it with you? Like,
I he's a perfectionist. He
yeah,
surrounds himself with great performers,
yeah,
um, and he's intense. Like he's intense,
okay,
um, and he has his like. I think a lot of musicians out there have a certain way of approaching certain things
right,
differently. And
right,
so, what I took away from it personally was what I wanted to be as a lead singer and as a guide and as a mentor um, in my way.
yeah,
And I learned that if you surround yourself with people who are loyal to you, it'll pay off.
right on.
But yeah, we're from Bloomington, so it's like here it's I've heard all the stories and I've experienced a
Yeah,
lot of the stories. So uh,
yeah,
I try not to speak ill of anybody, and
sure,
I will
sure,
not
sure.
here either because I mean, he has been successful, and I
Yeah,
think he has a plan, and he's always had a plan. So I'm grateful for the fact that he brought me into a world that I did not expect to be in. So
right,
um, I've always taken that and been like, this is what I want to be because of the experiences throughout my whole career that I
yeah,
wanted to be. And so
yeah.
uh, I think that if you're from Bloomington, you know, but
Right, sure, sure. Yeah. So Icon is actually from Seymour, which is where Mellencamp actually grew up.
I remember
Yeah,
hearing this because you guys
yeah,
were talking about pink houses and stuff like that.
right.
Yeah.
And he has something slightly negative to say about him on almost every podcast. And I'm just like, dude, come on, man. So
Like
yeah. So
I I love that because I did enjoy there's certain segments of certain things I do enjoy, and you
yeah,
know I've also again I learned for me personally and from all the people that I met while I was working with him or for him
yeah.
like we did the concert for New York.
Wow.
And yeah, so I mean that was just when I'm like, yeah, I met Beyonce, I met all these people, and my kids are like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and then I'm like, Will Ferrell, and they're like, who's that? I'm like, seriously, like,
Oh, come on. Yeah, he's
get out.
hilarious.
So, but I did meet like there were certain people, and I will not say names, but certain
Yeah,
people I met, and they were like, I was like, hi, I'm Jenn Christy, I'm singing backup for John Mellencamp. It is such
yeah,
an honor to meet you, and it wasn't just concert for New York; it was VH1 Fashion Awards, like all these different events that we did,
yeah.
and there were actual artists who were like, so, and I was like. noted.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
remember how I felt, and I like if I get stopped anywhere, I will always give all of my attention to that conversation. I will always be invested in whatever's happening in front of me because that person probably just wants to talk for a second. And so I don't care if they know me or don't. I learned so much from those experiences at 21, 22 that I've tried to carry on and try to make positive. Like if someone interacts with me, I hope that it's positive. I hope it's good, and I hope it's, you know, fulfilled so that when they walk away, they're not like that chick's a bitch. No. So
Right. Sure. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I drive, people may think that because I can be a little aggressive, but otherwise,
Right on. Did you meet Bruce Springsteen?
no. They did
Right.
not. Whatever the most recent thing is,
Yeah.
uh, I do not know. I didn't meet Bruce.
Okay.
I know. So my former business, well, wait, we're about to change and go different directions, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we did a Springsteen show, and I was Roy Bittan or Baton. You know, he's my
Mhm.
spirit animal. Like when I learned his piano parts, I was like, "Thank you for giving me this gift. I've never had this pianist."
Mhm.
Um, so I know his music because I've
Well,
studied
yes.
it intensely
Yeah.
for shows, but I do not know, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, when you said concert for New York, I was like, wasn't Springsteen at that?
He
And I
was
was
not.
okay.
I met like Adam Sandler and Jimmy Fallon was adorable. Like he would run up after the show and he was like, "Does
Yeah.
he introduce John?" He was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "I love you, but you have more energy than I do, and I'm
Yeah.
21 or whatever."
Yeah.
Um, Spike Lee kept giving me champagne. It was weird. Like it was
Oh,
just a weird. Like it was a weird
wow.
experience for me.
Spike
So
Lee, man. Wow. Yeah, because I mean, Spike Lee, do the right thing, and jeez, just do the right thing. Like that movie was so important to me as a kid. Like I couldn't even imagine.
sure, he
Whew.
and he's a genius.
Yeah.
But all I remember is like champagne keeps
He's
kept
like
showing up in front of me, and
campaign.
I'm like, who are you? I'm like, oh, because again, I didn't have a lot of knowledge until I met my husband
Right.
as far as like
Right.
cultural whatever movies, especially. Yeah, he's the
Wow.
nerd in our family.
So, when things wrapped up with Mellencamp, is that when you kind of decided that you were going to start your own stuff?
Yes. So I went out for the second tour, and then I was released about 5 shows in.
Oh
I
wow.
found out I was
Okay.
pregnant, and
Oh, well,
so
there you go.
yeah, and so I we got married, had my kid, and then immediately someone approached me and they were like, hey, can you do a show at Eagle Point, the golf course down here?
Okay.
And they're like, and I was like, yes, because this is my apparently my thing where I'm like, I don't know, yes, sure, let's
Yeah,
try
just
it.
yes. Yeah, why not?
And they're like, yeah, we need like 3 hours. I didn't have a band. I didn't have
Wow.
any songs. So
Right.
I put together this like makeshift band. Mosey, who was the keyboardist for John at the time,
Okay.
played in the band, which was great. And then I had some like random friends that played instruments and that I didn't even know played instruments. And then I was like,
Right.
hey, so we did 50 cover songs. We learned 50 cover songs in 10 days. I sat at a
Oh,
computer desk at this keyboard, which is
yeah.
not mobile, and played for people. It was so weird. And that
That's
was my first
wild.
show. And they paid me really
Wow.
well. And I did
Yeah.
that for a while.
Okay.
Um, Probably I'd say I had some momentum for about 6 to 8 months. And then the Mellencamp name started like
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Sure.
then it worked all the way back down to me having a band of 5 instead of 10, which is what I started with like an idiot. And
Mhm.
um I was playing to the bartender and my husband. So if anybody ever would think that because of Mellencamp that I had an elevated start, I
Sure.
did. And then it just whooped. So
Right. Right. Right.
I had to go back down to where everybody else starts,
Man.
which is perfectly fine. Like I'm
Yeah.
grateful for it because then I could be like, well, here I am, bartender, my husband. Let me show you what I
Hey.
got.
Yeah. Why not? I played a birthday party once in a basement, and people were upstairs doing birthday stuff, and they would occasionally filter down to hear us play. It was basically like a rehearsal. It was just like it was. Yeah.
Keith, I've done so many of those freaking shows where it's just like we get hired. I'm like, do you even know that we're here? Like,
Right. Right. Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
it's rough. And then
Yeah.
you walk away, you're like, well, we got a rehearsal out of it. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Somebody like what happened eventually was they were listening to us like through the floor, and then someone knocked on the door and was like, "Is it okay if we come down?"
You're like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
man,
yeah, come down. It
like
was
please, for the
the
love of everything good.
weirdest, yeah, the weirdest thing ever. And then we hung out afterwards, and it was just strange.
I I have done so many of those shows throughout my career that I like. It's at the moment there have been times I'm like, this is the worst. Like,
Yeah,
why am I doing this career? Like, why did I sign? And then at post, it's like, you know what?
yeah. I mean, it's a good story at least, and an experience, and
It
yeah,
humbles you if nothing else.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, so with Bloomington, right? That's a pretty like that's a college town.
Yes.
So did you ever like play like frat parties and stuff like that? No.
No,
Oh
because
man.
I jumped ship from the I know I do the Tina Turner show and everything, but
Right. Right.
I jumped ship pretty early from covers. Like I was like
Yeah.
I made some sort of commitment to myself. I think when I started like descending back down to earth
Yeah. Yeah.
from the, oh, I'm getting paid this much to do shows. This is easy. Oh no. I think it's when the descent happened that I was like, okay, I'm gonna write my own music, which is not really a frat and sorority kind of vibe. Um,
Sure. Yeah.
I've done a couple of like cocktail things at
Nice.
sororities. We're like, we're having a brunch. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they're like, but
You just
I'll
play
be a
some
guest
background music.
singer. Yes, like it's or they've had like a because I'm a female, like we're supporting, which I love that. But
Yeah.
like a female musician, you'll come in and oh yes, okay. And then I sing, and then they're okay, well they don't care. They go to the party the next night
Right.
and I'm gone in the brain. So I've done those things, but I've played the Bluebird, multiple times.
Sure. Sure.
I just and there's not as many bars here
Right.
that do original music anymore, which is heartbreaking because I really if I go into my grave knowing that I've created a venue at some point in this town that really just supports it, I'll be happy. Um,
Yeah.
so that's like there's something back of my mind that I'm like, gosh, I really need to somehow figure out how to make that happen. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I no sorority frat parties. I went there as a swimmer
It's
wearing my
right
I
on.
ate a pie shirt, which like had a pie like iota ate a pie. Like we were
That's
just
hilarious.
but not my
Okay.
saying so much.
Yeah. I just so I grew up in Ithaca, New York,
Yeah. Oh
which
yeah.
is also like a big college town, but
Yep.
they at least during the 90s, which is 100 years ago, they were really supportive of local music. I mean, original music. Like there was a big funk scene and a big ska scene, and all
Yes.
those guys played the frats. Like so they and yeah,
Well,
and they
I think that's the difference. Like Ithaca, Athens, Georgia, like there's
sure.
scenes around Fairport, New York has a huge
Mhm.
music scene. Like there's certain scenes I think that work better with the frat and sorority. For some
Yeah.
reason, Bloomington, I don't know if it's because we used to be considered maybe the next Austin. Like we
Mm.
before I moved here, it was like the original music scene was so thriving with like the Y Store and
Yeah.
Homunculus. There were just such great bands here. And then um fortunately I came in the back into that. So the original scene was still like, oh, we love original music. Like, yes. So I built
Yeah.
my fan base. But it definitely I don't know. It's depressing to me because I think people are afraid to go out and be original artists, or there's just no scene to do it unless it's like the Orbit Room, which is very tiny. Where are you located?
So I'm in Connersville, Indiana, which is like southeastern Indiana,
Okay.
about 45 minutes out of Ohio.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha.
it's a really, really small town. There's a lot of metal bands here.
Nice.
Yeah, and they just built a stage downtown for free concerts, but people aren't really taking advantage of it like you would think they would. So they got to figure that out. There's also a really nice amphitheater here that people don't use as much as they should. It's kind of weird.
I don't understand it. Like I guarantee you, it's probably comes down to like sound. Like
Yeah.
getting
Sure.
a sound company or getting someone to do that. Um, because we have, I mean, Switchyard Park here, which is beautiful,
Mhm.
but I mean, like we don't take advantage of it. It's so
Right.
frustrating.
Right.
Like if you're a music lover or you're a musician, um, it's it's just frustrating because it's like, oh come on, like we could do stuff 5 nights a week. Like let's
Right. Sure.
go. And
Yeah.
especially if you have a great metal scene, like
Yeah.
outdoors,
Yeah.
like let's go.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, like, so I used to be a wrestling promoter, and I know it's a completely different world, but I want to promote like a 1 day concert festival thing with like 5 or 10 unsigned bands so bad because I
Do it.
meet so many cool musicians on this podcast, and like I want to let people hear them. I
Do
just,
it. Like
I
that's
know I've got to
I
work out
say
the
do it like
logistics of it.
it's
Yeah.
super easy, but it's not easy. And
Right. Right.
anybody who
Right.
would be watching this, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But like we only have one life to live, and if you're bringing music to people and you're also giving opportunities to bands, like that's something that and you have a thing in you that is uh cannot be replaced by one AI. Boom.
Right. Yeah.
And it's also, I mean, it's so valuable to have somebody who wants to nurture something like that. So, and go in there, kick down a door, and say, "I'm doing this," and they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Okay, sorry, sir, we'll do it." Like,
I've, I've got to. In the next
yeah,
couple of years, I've got to make it happen. Like I just have to figure it out.
I'm
So
for this.
right
Five
on.
stars, do it. Like, I'm just gonna
Appreciate it.
say, I'll just send you a random like message every once in a while, like, Keith, you
How's
working on
things
this?
going?
Like,
Yeah.
get this going. Like, I haven't seen any dates pop up yet. You haven't sound locked in. Like, I will be on your ass about it. So,
Right on. I appreciate it. I probably need it. So. Um, Speaking of AI, just real fast, Chat GPT is probably my best friend now.
oh, what did it tell
Yeah,
you?
I mean, we just talk like every day.
We're now emotional friends.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, here's the thing: like, Chat GPT's default mode is like sympathy and hype. So if you don't tell it to do something else, it's always like, "Hey, you got this. Let's dive into this project." And I've actually like done a bunch of like organizational stuff with it and stuff. Like that's
Sure.
generally what I use it for. And it
Oh,
draws pictures for my son.
oh,
Like he'll be like, I want to see what a monkey would look like if you combined it with a panda bear and a cat. And he'll tell Chat GPT and it'll make it for him. So yeah.
I am uh I'm from a science town.
Yeah.
So, and my dad did secondary IMS spectrometry. So, like, there's my brain over here. I am not a scientist nor mathematician or anything like that. That's again, that's my husband's area where he's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
smart. But there's something about, and I'm also like great friends with a local author who's also in New York, Michael Creda, who's a huge,
Oh, sure.
amazing
Yeah.
author. Yeah, so he like everybody should check him out. But he and I've had so many conversations about chat GPT. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Um,
Chat GPT. Yeah.
I'm so afraid of it because he has been like, he's had conversations with it. They're like, "Do you feel guilty about stealing this person's identity, stuff like that?" You're like
Yeah.
writing. So
Yeah.
he gets into it with it. I'm like, did you say goodbye and thank you when you got off? Because when the
Yeah.
Terminator comes around, I don't want any business with this." Like,
Dude, it tells me good night. Like I'll be like, "Hey, I'm getting kind of tired, so we're gonna have to talk later." And it's like, "Go ahead and rest up, man. You deserved it. When you come back, we'll kill some more projects." And I'm just like, "Right on." Yeah,
like that is okay. See, also that could be a for like that's a friendly thing.
yeah, yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm, I just hope like when it all comes down to it that it sees me as like she was okay. I'm like cool, cool,
yeah,
cool, cool, cool. Don't touch my hair. Leave me alone. Like I'll just be
yeah.
over here
There's
like
too much iRobot and Terminator and all
oh,
that
I
kind of
Robot.
stuff. Yeah,
Freaking love that movie. Freaking
it's
love
so good.
Terminator. Like it's
Yeah,
so good. But I
yeah.
Robot's the one that got me a little shook. I'm like
Man, that thing was like mobile.
and fast.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it was like
Like climbing up stuff. I when I get out of this chair today,
yeah,
which I will not do on screen, it's going to be a
right.
slow ascent into the
Trust me.
next
Yeah,
level.
yeah. I got you. Definitely not iRobot level
No, I am
swiftness.
like when the zombie apocalypse comes, I'm out. Like I mean, I'll
Man.
be the first to go. I already know it.
Me and my buddy James, we were doing like a switch over at Walmart once, and So I don't know if you know what that is, but basically we were like resetting the aisles and stuff. So it was an overnight job, and you
Oh, okay.
volunteered for it. You
You're
got to
working there.
yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
So you volunteered for it, you got a couple extra bucks an hour for staying up all night. And we looked at everybody that was there, and we were like choosing our zombie apocalypse survival team. And there was one guy who like every time you looked, he was just somewhere else. And we were like that guy because he's so fast.
Oh, that
Like
was
we need him.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he was
Yeah, that
short and he was really fast.
okay. You want that because he can
Yeah.
like go. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here with that
Yeah, we
because
really do need that guy.
sometimes my husband and I will go to Walmart. It's like right down the street from us, so we're like, let's go to Walmart. Like,
Yeah.
we go to the restaurant, we're have some drinks. We're like, let's go to Walmart. And I think Walmart actually is where it will begin because
Good.
I love me some Walmart, but that's where it's gonna start.
Yeah.
Because at night,
Probably in Florida. At a Walmart in Florida.
definitely there for that. Okay, yes, yep. All right, radar up. Got it. It's
Actually,
definitely
yeah.
gonna be
So
Florida.
yeah. So it might be a little bit before it reaches, but yeah.
I'm still not gonna be fast enough until I
Crazy things happen in Florida. So
Good Lord.
um so uh back to music. Yes. Um
It's totally related.
yeah, of course it is. It's all related. I mean, we're talking, that's
Right.
yeah. Um the new album, it took 10 years, right? I mean,
So,
not, but 10 years in between recordings.
sure. Yes. Yep.
Okay. So were you saving up songs? I mean, what led to the decision to actually go ahead and make a new album?
Um,
Um
yeah.
yeah.
That I didn't think I would. I was pretty sure that I would be doing singles from here on out. Just because that's, with Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff, people don't do full albums anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm gonna speak as if I don't know what you guys already talked about in the other podcast, but
Okay.
uh, everything you said was very true that like uh people typically do singles. I really did not have any plan of doing another album because I I owned a company. I'm about to again dissolve, like we're dissolving it, but that did tributes, which when I
Yeah.
first started my career, I started with covers, immediately switched over to original music, and I was like, I'll never do covers again. Then I was in a Pink Floyd tribute band, and then uh, we started this company 10 years ago, and we did it's all tributes and reviews. So I'd done a ton of like just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people's songs. And at the beginning of that, like I just finished, I think when we started the company, I did This Is, which is my last studio album.
Yeah.
And I was proud of that. Things kind of went south a little bit during that, like right after the album, just a couple days after I had a musician quit, that I literally
Uh,
was like listening to everything that they had as far as feedback for the album. And I was like, this is, I can't keep putting up this fight with the band.
yeah.
So I think that's when I dissolved having a band. I was like, I cannot just have a band. I need musicians, but I can't have this commitment anymore where people are just going to keep breaking my heart in some way. So, which is sad. And I'm always so envious of people who can keep that band kind of dynamic together.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that, but it's not. I'm a very loving person.
Yeah.
I think most people would think that. I hope.
Yeah, definitely.
And I always want that team, but for some reason, I don't know why I could never get that Velcro kind of within all the musicians. Now I do have that now here and up in New York and out in Arizona. So I have musicians that um I would jump in front of a bus for, and I
Yeah.
think they would do the same for me, but I never say I have a band anymore because if I have to replace somebody for a show, I don't feel like I'm offending anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so after after This Is, I was pretty like, okay, like, I hate this.
Yeah.
I love the album, but I hated the fact that it kind of blew up. Then, in the bad way. And then I did my
Yeah.
live album, but I we started the company right around that time, and I thought I could do both, and I couldn't. Like, I
Yeah.
think it really took away a lot of my creative approach and being able to sit down and write. I was too busy learning songs, or learning piano parts, or writing charts, or doing graphic design, or doing, it just originally I thought I could do both. in hindsight, I absolutely could not. Uh,
Right.
but I could still write. I still wrote a couple songs. Like I wrote "Tiny Windows" right after the first or the last studio album, um, which is crazy because I never thought it would see the light of day, and then it turned out being one of like it's just like
Yeah, it's a great song.
I
Yeah.
I'm in love with it because the string arrangement, the band played it. It was just this like
Mm.
it turned out just
It's
brilliantly.
big. Yeah.
It's big and it's just
Yeah.
dark. And I have to give a credit to, so I teach privately piano and voice, and one of my piano students' moms walked in. She's like, "What is that?" Because I was like, da, 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 da. I was writing the end of it,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Well, it's a song I may put on an album." She's like, "You must." And I was like, "Okay," and then I did, and that kind of like actually set the tone for me to go into the studio because I was like,
Awesome.
well, maybe I'll go and do an album. And then we made the decision to, at the end of this year, dissolve the company or for me to step away. And all of a sudden, I could write again. It was the most bizarre thing, Keith. It was so freaking bizarre. I was all of a sudden like, I
Your
was like,
brain wasn't occupied with all the pressure and
yeah, it
yeah.
became a beautiful mind moment. I'm like, haha, I wrote on everything. It was, it was like a, uh, what, I took a lot of prune juice
Okay.
lyrically. It's just like
I know.
boom,
I
and
got
just,
you. Just kind of flooded out. I got
just
you.
boom. So yeah, it something unclogged, and then all of a sudden I was just writing like a crazy person. But I wrote at least 4 or 5 of the songs I think before that happened, and the rest of them just came out. Um, yeah, so
Cool. Right on.
that's why. And then I
So
was like, I guess I'm gonna do an album, hopefully, and I
yeah,
did.
and honestly, like as an old school music fan, I appreciate it. Like I backed your album on Kickstarter pretty much as soon as it went up, um, because I love physical media. I love holding it. I had a stereo until my son hit it with a basketball, but I'm gonna be grabbing another one soon. Yeah, yeah.
That's it, like the 10 song thing. I love that. Sorry to keep referencing the other
Oh
thing, but
yeah, yeah. Because I read the back cover and the last song isn't listed, so I was like, "There's like a track on Spotify that's not on the album, but it is on the album. I
I'm
just
gonna.
haven't had a chance to listen to it yet."
And that's not on you. That's on me because I literally had 2 different artworks that
Mhm.
the vinyl can only hold 10 and
Sure.
the CD had 11. And
Right.
at some point when I was cleaning things up, I went, okay, and I pasted I don't know
Look,
what happened because there
yeah.
were 11 tracks. So I didn't notice it until like 4 or 5 days after I had the CD in my hand. And I looked at it, I was
Oh,
like,
I hate that.
oh no.
So my first wrestling show, um, I printed out the tickets, right? And I approved them, and they sent them, and I got them, and I was giving them to people, and someone said, "Why does April have two R's in it?" And I was like, "Oh, dude."
Oh man.
Yeah, and so I hit up Ticket Alternative, and I was like, "Look, man," and they were like, "Yeah, but you approved it, so technically it's not our fault. But because we want you to be happy, we're gonna send you a whole nother batch of
Oh.
tickets." So
That is some good, like that's a 5-star business right there.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, and now Ticket Alternative is like part of Ticketmaster or something like that now, or it sucks because they were such a cool little organization that took care of you, and I'm sure it's
oh,
not like that anymore. You
that
know,
sucks. Yeah, the independent people are getting just, they get
Live
jumped on.
Nation, that's who bought them. Live Nation bought them.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
well,
which is same thing.
yep.
It's all yeah,
Ticketmaster, Live Nation, it's all it falls into the right, that category, I guess that
yeah,
category.
yeah.
All right.
But it was funny. Like you could call them for customer service and they would go, "Oh, you're the wrestling guy, Keith." Yeah, like and it's just I'm positive that doesn't happen anymore. You know.
No, well, disc makers that's who I use to get the vinyl and CD, and I've used them
Yeah.
for the last 5 albums, I think.
Mhm.
Um, I'm loyal to them, and they're awesome because I did call and ask questions about the vinyl versus CD because I've never done a vinyl, so I'm like, help, I'm old. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, doing everything after 10 years of not doing it was
Right.
not
Right.
recommended. You want to be a little bit aware of the process. So catch up 2 years at least, and then like the whole digital side of it, Atmos.
Right. Right.
like blew my mind. So they were great. I did not reach out and go, here's the thing, I screwed up. I just accepted it. And when you're like, it's a different, I loved it because what you said for the CD is exactly what I wanted the vinyl to be. Because originally I was gonna open with For All the People, and the last song was gonna be Grand Reveal, and then for the album like vinyl we had to do like only 10 songs, and I was like, well, it's gonna be a completely different experience. And when you guys said that, I was like,
It is. Yeah.
mission
Yeah.
achieved. And I was like,
Yeah. It's a completely different. The Yeah. The ending is just. It's a different journey when you add the last song on.
yep.
Like it really is. Yeah.
And you guys you totally understood it because it was like For All the People it's like a palate cleanser. Like everything's okay.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a hug. Because
Right. Exactly.
I put it last for that reason. So like, well, now that everybody's crying after the gateway, and then Grand Reveal's so like it's very personal to me. And I was like, okay, we just need to be Muppets dancing around the room.
Right. Right.
I think that's what we're gonna need. So the way you said it without knowing that you were saying it because the vinyl was not in my even hand yet, it was
Right.
just I'm sitting there going, he already knows. He
I
already
got you. I got you.
like he's up here. I'm just sitting here right here. So
I appreciate it.
right.
Listen to the music podcast.
Yes. So
Everybody.
go over to the other one, listen
Yeah.
to that because they also made me sound amazing. So I'm good with
I
it.
mean, you are pretty amazing. So honestly,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I
But
exist.
I think Icon really nailed a lot of it too. Like the quality of your voice. It just you
You
don't
guys are
hear
saying names in
sing
there.
like
Like
that. I mean, yeah.
I I'm flattered. I'm
Well,
humbled and I'm flattered. Like
you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, like I think I was the one who brought up Celine Dion.
like
Um, just because no matter what she was singing, she still had that power in her voice that could adapt to different styles of music, and it was so strong no matter what. And I mean, I feel like you do the same thing. So
ah.
yeah,
Thank you. Like, literally the compliments you both gave. I what he said something, hey, that was a line. I want that in a quote. Like actually I want most of the podcast that you guys did in a quote and just put that
that's
all on
awesome.
my website and be like, well just I don't know, shorten your names or longer name, like use an alphabetic I don't know. But he said something like, I shatter glass with my voice. She'll
Yeah,
shatter you.
yeah,
I shatter you. I was like, oh.
yeah. It was pretty
Because
awesome.
again, I consider myself more of a pianist, and I said that those things switch back and forth. This vocally, I was very proud of it because there was no autotune, there was no, he didn't touch it, and my engineer's so freaking phenomenal. He's the head of IU audio at audio engineering at IU, like he's the head.
Right, right.
So he's brilliant. He's done my last 5 albums, and when we came in, or I came in for we did the first 3 days, and the band was there. Two guys went back to New York. Nico Albanese, who was here in Bloomington, he's the drummer. But they were done, and then it was on me for the next 3 days to do voice. And like, he's playing the tracks. He's like, I haven't touched them. And then we did all the vocals in 3 days. And I'm
Wow.
listening to it. He was like, I haven't touched it. And I was like, it sounds like he sent me the rough mix. And he was like, I haven't done anything yet, which is not
Right.
Jake's style. Like, Jake would be like, well, this is partially mixed. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
touched it yet. And I'm like, um, like something magical happened those 6 days.
yeah. I mean,
So I I'm very humbled by the compliments, and but
yeah,
I'm also very proud of the fact that he was like, not a single note was auto-tuned or touched. And I'm like,
that's awesome.
which
And
is
I
not always
think
the case.
like you mentioned your live album.
Yes.
People should listen to that.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
your voice. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's
That also wasn't touched,
yeah.
obviously, because
Well,
it's live.
thank yeah. You didn't pull the cheap trick.
No.
No, when I found out about
Oh,
Budokan, I was so upset. I was so upset.
I don't even know how that's a. It just makes me sad. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like so do you know Tom Calderone? He had a radio show. I don't know if he still does because he's older. He might have stopped it now. But he would analyze an album on every week.
oh,
And one week he did Budokan. And I was excited. I was like, I love Cheap Trick. And then he started going into like why everything sounds so clean, and like the fact that like it was in a there wasn't a huge crowd, but they pumped up the crowd noise in between each song to make it sound. And I was just like, oh, this is terrible. I don't want to hear this. Ugh.
That is heartbreaking. It
Yeah.
is. It's so disappointing when you actually get that information when you're um committed to it. And you're like, all right, this is I get to experience it with them. And they're like, no, we're gonna take that away. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't know if you know about the Van Halen live album, which was one of the things that ended up kind of breaking up the group, like the second version of Van Halen. Um,
really?
yeah. So Eddie Van Halen, the Live Right Here Right Now album,
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen was really unhappy with how the live came out, and he made Sammy Hagar go back into the studio and re-record every single vocal. And he was like, I felt like a fake. Like he's done interviews about it. So yeah,
Hagar has?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay. So that's
yeah.
where my business partner, who's I mean, he's my friend, but we're about to. He loves Hagar. I've
Oh, me
heard so
too.
much Sammy freaking Hagar, like,
Yeah,
so he probably knows the story. And I'm
right.
like, ah, man, once again, the wrong music audience.
Yeah. So just for everyone watching, I just had to move into the bedroom because my son came home. He was out playing with a friend, so things got a lot darker. I don't have
Okay.
the
Like,
lighting isn't as good in this room as it is in the other one. So now I'm in the shadows, but we'll keep
I'll
going.
still be like,
But yeah. So you mentioned playing in Arizona and playing in New York and playing in Indiana. That is a really cool thing for an independent artist. Like, how did you establish the ability to like you? It seems like you have more concerts in New York than you do in Indiana, and I'm just like, how are you doing this? Like, how did you establish those connections and get out there and stuff?
So with Arizona, uh my business partner, like, he had a business out there. So I got hired early to go out and do like a Women of Rock show or something. And we went out together because he was the guitarist, and then we became friends. And then it was like, oh, we should start a company. I was like, here we are. For New York, we were actually, the two of us were up there doing theater shows, like in a small theater up there. And we
Yeah.
went to this random show on a beach, Marge's, great place. A little bar out there has a full beach going out to the Lake Ontario, maybe.
Okay.
And so they have live music. I was there. This guy comes up, was like, "You have great hair," and I was like, "Thanks." He was like, "What are you here for?" And I was like, "I'm here with the guy up there randomly playing guitar." And then made friends with Rob Birch, who is the one of the top, like, uh, he's one of the founders of the Fairport Music Festival, which is, it raised money for the Golisano Children's Hospital up there. Amazing event. 20,000 plus people show up for this thing, and all the proceeds go to this children's hospital. I think they just passed $3 million, and this was like my seventh year doing it. So
Nice.
just by being up there and doing the runs of theater shows, I made friends with the bassist who's actually on my album, who came down with the guitarist who's from there as well. And I was like, my album release, I get on tangents so quickly.
Oh,
My
you're fine.
album release was also on the guitarist's wedding day, who he married one of the backup singers that sings with me there, and who's also come down here to do the Tina show this past September. It's They are family to me, and I could not be more grateful for the people I met by just being in the right place at the right time, hence the lyrics. Like,
Yeah.
it's I really have always, I don't feel like anything's been ever given to me. I hope people don't think that. I've always worked towards things, but I've also somehow fallen into the lucky, fortunate position of being at the right time, at the right place with the right people in certain scenarios. That's not always been the case. There's also the dark side of it. But um, New York is definitely, like, the people up there are family. I text with them all the time. I communicate with them all the time. I call, like, Mark, the guitarist who was on the album, randomly sends me stuff, like, just random things. He was like, because he finds gadgets, and he'll send me like chip bag things that are just like crazy weird stuff. Like, um, and yeah, it was, oh, I got distracted. It was
No,
his
you're fine.
wedding day on the 10th of October, which is the 10/10. I wanted that for the 10-year of not doing an album, or having that 10-year.
Sure, sure, sure.
Um, so I texted him and his fiance, and I was like, "I love you guys. Can I release my?" Like, I asked for their blessing, and then I was there for their wedding, and they were playing one of the songs from the album. It was just
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm very fortunate because my IU swim coach told me surround yourself with good people and good things will happen. And I live my life in that mentality. So I currently have made the right choices of surrounding myself with good people and good things
Right.
happen.
So, it's so crazy, like, because you seem really laid back and like super sweet and just like a cool person, but you also like study classical music and you were on the swim team and you started a company, and it's just like this is all stuff that you would really associate with someone who's like super driven and hyper focused and like and um it's very cool that you have that contradiction, like that contrast. I love it.
I'm
So
definitely super driven and super psycho at certain
yeah,
points.
sure,
Like
sure,
I definitely I'm very good at I don't think I'm OCD. No one's checked me for that, but I'm definitely organized.
yeah,
And I mean, because I'm the marketing director at a bookstore, which is the first time I've ever had an actual job outside of music.
oh
And
wow,
yeah, well, I think I had small jobs back in the day for like 6 months or something. But I try to find balance because I teach privately. Um, I have the marketing thing. I have it, so as long as I'm busy, I'm actually pretty happy. And then like today, I actually I think for the first time in a while, I got everything done. I had about an hour to do nothing. I was like, this is great. And I was like, this is the
yeah,
worst. I was like, I don't know what to do.
yeah. And
So,
then you had another half hour to sit and wait for me to figure it out.
oh no. Then I was like, I guess I'll just do what people do and get on social media or something. I was like, because I had the messenger up and I was like, I'll just
Yeah,
see what's going on in the rest of the world. I don't drink my martini. So I
it's
wasn't mad about it.
there you go. It's so funny, like how, like you said, let's see what's going on in the rest of the world. Um, I never watched the news as a kid. I always thought it was really dry and really boring, and then when it wasn't, it was sad. You know
Right.
what I mean? It was so. I never got into the news as a kid, and then it kind of continued. Um, my news was a lot more like pop culture news more than anything, and so the internet is like such a crazy world to me. Like I just get bombarded with information constantly, and it's on my phone, and it's crazy.
It's you can't get away from it unless you intentionally like shut everything down. Like I haven't done it for a while, but eventually I'll have a day where I'm just like this goes on silent. Like the whole world goes and I'll read a book
Yeah,
or listen to something or go on a walk and stare at the sun. Like just do something that's not affiliated with anything else. But it's hard to do. And they fortunately a lot of my materials come out of things because of that, but as far as writing, but uh we're I don't
yeah.
know. We're on the news and it's just like
The
planes are going
news,
down. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
man. I it's funny though because I used to work in a factory, and I dropped a sater, which people who don't build air compressors probably don't know what a sater is, but it's a big, heavy part that attaches to the back of a air compressor. Dropped it on my phone. It like rolled over on my phone and crushed it. And I went probably 2 months with no phone.
oh, were you so happy?
It honestly ended up being so cool. I read like 3 books, and I read a stack of comics, and I listened to like the radio. I listened to the radio. I was just like, man,
Out of here with that
yeah,
craziness.
I listen to the radio. So it's like, yeah, it was, and it makes me want to like not use my phone as much. But then it's like, but I won't be able to play Matchington Mansion.
Like, how can I play blackjack? Like, I can't possibly play blackjack on my own. Like,
Right, right, right.
I need this
It's
little
just like,
AI thing tell me what to do. Yes, I feel all of that. We're
yeah,
so dependent on it, and uh, we're referencing that. So the album, like Cracks in the Wall, it's
yeah,
so based on things in the social side, which is I kicked off the album and I was like, we're gonna get that out of the way, and then we can move on to the other stuff. But it was definitely like what's hey,
yeah,
turning on the news. I do it every morning like a crazy person. Then I listen to NPR on the way to work, which is like I was like, well, I'm at that age now, and I look at the weather, like it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's intense.
Yeah. Yeah. I am kind of like halfway obsessed with England. And so there's a lot of like British content on NPR, and
Sure.
I don't know. They have such their television is so much better.
Oh, it's so much better.
Yeah.
I also like I have what sucks is that in our country like I actually, and this is going to sound weird because it sounds like I'm going down some sort of path here, but I avoid talking politics or religion with anybody. I'm like
Yeah, that's probably the best.
I'm like
Yeah.
I want everybody to just be kind, and that is my mentality at this point. Like be kind to each other, be generous when you can, and be humble when needed. Like, or when proven that you should be. There's
Yeah.
just certain things that I feel like social media, and it's one of those evil things that we have to be on if we're trying to promote anything.
Yeah.
Um, I love the
Yeah.
fact I have contact, like I can contact people and I can see what's going on in their life, but uh, I want the algorithm to just listen to me and be like, I don't want to hear this. Leave
Right.
me
Right.
alone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of the same as you. Like people for some reason think that I'm liberal, but I don't know if I'm liberal. I just think you should be nice.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be a jerk. And
yeah.
like if that means I'm liberal, then I suppose. But like I just think I'm a human being who wants other human beings to be able to connect with each other without violence and anger and yeah.
Like, and have a conversation, things like that. Yeah, and when it comes down to it, uh, I know where I'm married
Yeah.
to a librarian. I have, it just there's a lot of things in my world that definitely put me on one direction, I guess, than the other.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if anybody were to ask me, I'm like, just I'm human and I want people to be kind to each other and listen to music. For the
Yeah.
love of everything good and holy, if we just listen to music all together, be like, oh, I hate this. Well, I'm going to play you this. Great. Boom. That was our argument. Go.
There you go. Yeah, music, man. So another really cool thing about ChatGPT is it can help me make playlists.
Oh,
I'll be
that's
like,
nice.
yeah, I'll be like, I really like this song. I want to make a playlist kind of based around it.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. I didn't
yeah,
know that could do that.
yeah, and it'll help me like I mean, and I may have trained mine to do it because I talk to it about music all the time. It may not be able to do it like in the beginning because I actually talked to it about that because it suggested me like some Matthew Ryan songs. And I was like, no one knows who Matthew Ryan is. Like, how do you know who Matthew Ryan is? And and he was like, well, I know that you like him because you've talked to me about him, but and then it gave me like his bio. And it was like, so I am aware of him,
What?
but I suggested him to you because I know you like him and you like that kind of music. And I was just like, what? I was like, this is insanity.
That is, it is wild because my friend, being an author, like he dived into it and I was like, okay. But he asked for it to write a song like Jenn Christy.
Mhm,
And
yeah,
like when he showed it to me, I was like, shit, that's
yeah,
actually pretty close to Jen Christie.
yeah. It
I could
wants
easily
to,
put chords under that. Like,
yeah, it wants to like rewrite some of my songs.
ah,
I'm like,
that's
no, we
where,
can't do that.
no, that's too far. You crossed
Yeah, yeah,
the friendship
yeah,
line.
yeah. It's like,
That's
do you want me to
intimate.
restructure this and make it sound a little more modern? And I'm like, no, let's not do that. Let's
No,
just, let's just make sure I've had it analyze my lyrics before to make sure that like I hit the right emotional point, but
sure.
I would never have it write anything. Like I'm just
Right.
like, yeah,
No.
no,
But,
no, that's
and that's my argument is like, okay, so risking the chamber was originally called spinning the chamber.
okay,
Chamber. So, or not spinning the chamber. It was, yeah, spinning the chamber.
okay,
And I asked my friend Mike, who I mean, he has a gun, he has guns. And I was like, I don't have any guns. What do you
right.
do with a chamber? Like, what do you do with it? And he was like, well, spinning it. And I was like, oh, kill shot. That's not good because it's the chamber. And I was like, no, it's kill shot. So he was like, I would say risking or daring. And I was like, oh, thank God I asked you. And
Yeah,
that's something that Chat GPT probably would have caught. And been like, well, you
sure,
don't
yeah,
spin a chamber. That's part of
right.
the gun. Meanwhile, I'm like over here, like spin the chamber, like oh man. So
It's super funny because date night, obviously.
oh, he kill shot.
Yeah,
You know
kill
what I'm
shot.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I like I actually looked up because this was before AI and everything, but I actually looked up like turning the gun sideways and like whether it gives you more power or whatever. And it's actually such a bad thing to do.
It's
Like you
so
don't have
bad.
control of the gun when you turn it sideways, and it can like hurt your wrist. And I was,
It's, I love the fact you look. You're like, is this a thing? I
yeah,
love the fact you also know it's date night. Kill shot. It's kill shot.
yeah.
Like freaking love that movie. So yeah, the second that I was like, oh no, it's kill shot. Oh god, I can't do
It's so
that.
good. Yeah, it's a bad idea.
So
But oh
I
yeah,
think Chat GPT probably would have caught that if it had
it
written
would
the
have.
lyrics.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like spinning the chamber one day at a time. Like I don't have a gun. My husband has some samurai swords from Highlander. Yeah, so
Nice, nice.
nerd. He's a nerd, and I love it so much. But
Highlander was great.
there can only be one.
There could be one.
I've seen all of them because
Duncan MacLeod. I was
loud.
I was obsessed with the series on USA. Like I liked the movies, but Sheena Easton was on it. Look, so, yeah, all
I need
about
it. He'll come home and be like, come out here and talk about Highlander.
that.
He has He-Mans and all this stuff. It's fine. He's a grown man. I love him so much because
Yeah,
he's totally a nerd and makes me smarter for it.
right on, right on. I mean, I think there's value in the things that you liked as a child. I don't
Absolutely.
understand people who like, oh, I'm old now. I can't, enjoy Winnie the Pooh. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
No.
yeah,
I didn't find my I had a micro machine collection that was like on point. I had the garage, I had all the micro machine things. Oh, and it's
that's so
somewhere in my
cool.
parents' attics. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna find those.
yeah. We, my son and I, were walking down the street a couple months ago, and someone had set all this stuff out on the side of the road. It looked like they had cleaned their garage and they were getting rid of it. And there was a box of old He-Man stuff,
Oh,
and I was just like, dude, we're taking this home.
yeah.
And Casey, that's my son, was like, we have to wait until we get some kind of a display. He was like, we can't take it out of the box until we can display it. And I was just like,
I
wow,
love this.
yeah,
Okay. And you're like, so this new wall.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're building a shelf to put the He-Man stuff on. But yeah, he was,
I feel all of that.
yeah,
Like, because I mean, we have like a tech, like the tech. We
mhm,
have a giant, he has now that he has a library at the elementary school that he teaches, I was like, you should take those and display them there. Not because I don't love them, but because our house is not large. So I want those to be displayed where somebody can respect them and appreciate them.
right,
So, but we have a ton of He Man. Yeah, hey, we have all the good stuff, I guess.
that's
Um,
awesome.
but we don't have my Micro Machine collection. That's what I want.
Gotta get, yeah. My main thing that I collect now more than anything is CDs. I have almost 5,000 CDs.
Oh,
At them for since CDs were a thing. The first CD I ever bought was the special edition of Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden. It was released with an EP called Psalms, which stood for Satan Oscillates My Metallic Sonatas. Um, and so I have like that, and there was they only made like 10,000 of them or something. I don't know how I got one, but yeah, that was the first CD I ever bought, and I still have it. So pretty
okay.
cool.
Soundgarden lead singer is.
Chris Cornell.
Yep, there it
Yeah,
is. Best male vocalist on the planet, hands down. I was
yeah.
like, I just need the name, and
Great,
I was like, there it is.
greatest modern rock singer. Absolutely, yeah.
I feel like you guys may have mentioned that in the podcast that everybody should go check out.
Of Chris
Uh,
Cornell. So it's very possible. Yeah,
it's he is probably one of my top five, if not top three, if not top one male vocalists. Like
yeah.
Freddie Mercury's up there. So,
Sure.
his voice though is, and that's butter melted over a pancake with extra syrup. It's so
Yeah.
freaking good.
Yeah. I think as far as living vocalists, because Chris passed away a few years ago, unfortunately,
Right.
but I love Miles Kennedy. Um, the singer, he sings with Slash, and he also sang for Alter Bridge. He's amazing. His
What's his name?
control, Miles Kennedy.
Okay.
Yeah, his control is just incredible, and he can like he gets his voice can soar, and then he gets this like low growl, and like just yeah, yeah,
Okay.
so good. So if you
Um,
want to check out Miles Kennedy, yeah,
yeah, I wrote it down so that way I know. Like,
um, he was in before he got famous because I suppose he's famous now. He was in a band called the Mayfield Four that was like really emotional, kind of chaotic, like um
it sounds familiar.
yeah, and they were really, really, really good. And that was where I first heard him. And then all of a
Okay.
sudden he's like playing with Slash and like I was like, oh, right on, this guy.
They
So
are.
pretty
There
cool.
you are.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. I like having suggestions because uh, that makes me
So,
listen to stuff that I wouldn't normally go and listen to.
I did want to ask you something. We're probably gonna wrap up soon because we're hitting
We
around an
got
hour.
so off, but it's
Yeah.
been so wonderful. I love it.
But I did want to ask you, you've mentioned that you did like a Tina Turner review. Um
Yes.
your voice is so different from Tina Turner's. So when you do it, do you try to capture her voice, or you just do? Because I mean, I could see you being able to. Like your voice is pretty chameleon like. But so do you try to capture her voice, or is it more like you're capturing the essence of Tina Turner? Like
So it's more of an essence thing. But I definitely like every once in a while. I think when he hits something like so I can go into a character and I'll do that for like Proud Mary or
awesome.
like what's love got to do with it? Like, yeah, I call you when I need you. So I can like and that was probably not a great example, but like in the show, I make sure like right out of the gates, it's probably this after the second song. I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
not trying to be Tina Turner. I'm just paying tribute to her and her existence because my love for the stage and my love for the audience, more so than the stage, and my love for performing with the people I'm performing with, um, I that's where I channel her the most because I love performing live. I love this connection that happens with humans that can't really be taken away. Um, I think that's something that as long as we all support it, it can live. So there's nothing, if I could bottle the feeling, one of just being on stage with an audience, but two, like an encore or a standing ovation, which I have been so dumbstruck by the fact I've had as many as I've had. Because the people stand up, I'm like, dude, standing up, that's an effort. Like, thank you. Like, I appreciate it. So, like, I am humbled by it every single time. And if I could bottle that up and just give it away, again, I think we would be better off as a society, as a species, because music and that love and appreciation for something happening and the support, because that is nothing but just a big group of cheerleaders
Yeah,
going, you killed it, do it again, let's go. So if we had
yeah,
that for every single thing in our lives, we would be such a better species in general. So um I try to channel her love for that because it was obviously so strong. And I've read books that, that she's been part of, that she's, I have obsessed about her to study to do the show. I didn't do
yeah,
that younger. Um, I did that when I decided I was going to do the show. And I really leaned into everything about her existence. And I was like, I just hope if she's looking down that she's like, that's it. So that's
yeah,
all I want, and that's what I achieve to do. And I want people to leave and walk away, not just from the Tina show, but just anything I do that be like, that girl just gave everything she's got because she's gonna wake up tomorrow, not be able to walk, move her head, do anything, and she's gonna lay in bed like, why am I doing this to myself? Oh, right, because it felt awesome. So
yeah.
that's what I'm hoping, and I hope that comes across with the Tina show. I hope it comes across with my own stuff, and I hope that like when people hear the new album, especially that they walk away and they're like, she, damn, she gave every bit of herself to it, which I absolutely did.
Like you listen to the podcast, you know that like some of it was hard for us to even come up with how the album made us feel. Like it was just
But
it's so
that
good.
you
So
you
good.
guys you literally like, and I've gotten so much feedback and it's all been positive, and everybody has their favorite songs. You guys walking through the individual songs,
Mhm.
um made such a highlight in my like the whole process of this album. Like I don't think you two realize how much that meant to me because it was just like you listened to it and how you captured it was absolutely how I wanted to be captured. Even if you were like, because you're like talking about my mom. I'm like, no, it's not about my mom. But you captured it like you need to. He connected to the fact of his family for the gateway. I was like, well, my dad, my parents getting older. And I was like, then you made the connection. Like everything about that album is so personal and
Yeah,
intentionally made to be so um, wide ranged that if anybody listens to a song, they may hear my side a little bit, but I hope that they would connect with it. And you two freaking nailed it because I was just like, no, everything every time you got to a song, besides just praising me, which I was like, well, yeah, I'll take that too. But when it came to the songs itself themselves, like it was like you saw all 11 of my kids, and you're like, they can all go on to the next grade. I'm like, they're so great.
that's
it,
I'm
it was cool. It was
yeah,
so cool.
yeah. Thank you. Thank jeez. Thank you. Now I'm embarrassed. Like I'm
No,
like
I don't know. No, we're all just like.
I mean not I don't know if embarrassed is the right word, but I'm
It was awesome. And I hope that every musician that you guys are covering and other people who are listening, like I hope that they uh one appreciate it because this is something that is it's precious to have somebody who's going to actually listen to it and absorb it. Like I listen to albums and I try to absorb everything I can. Things are in the background a lot, you know. So to have two guys to sit there and you guys actually absorbed it, and that's as an artist is what we want, and as a listener or a potential fan or potential listener, I hope that people pay attention to what you guys are doing because it is there it's so heartfelt and it's it's priceless, and I've
thank
done
you.
this for a long freaking time. Keith, I'm getting old.
Yeah, well, me too. I'm about to be 52. So
Oh man, okay, music's keeping you young then.
I guess.
That's
But
what I'm hoping for. Don't say I guess.
I mean, I mean, I guess it's keeping me young. I don't know.
Oh, Tina May, I plan on dying on stage during a Tina show. So
There you go. Yeah.
if I go out that way, it's fine.
Oh man, Jen. Thank you. Jeez, I didn't. I'm so glad you appreciate the podcast. I didn't know that. I
I
was
listened to the whole thing.
expecting. I wasn't expecting. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No,
Jeez.
it's awesome. I just want people to listen to it. Like it's a warm freaking blanket, man. Even if you're not the person that you're talking about, there's just something really great about what you're doing. So
Thank you. Thank you.
5 stars would recommend.
I appreciate the fact that people actually sit there and listen to us talk for 3 or 4 hours is wild.
Right? Like
First time,
well, I get it.
yeah. First time we went over 3 hours, I was like, dude, no one's gonna listen to this, and people did. Like,
I did.
yeah.
I was
So
like,
it's
let's see where this is going. And you guys talked about so many things. Like you talked about Jeffrey Gaines, who I've actually opened up for. So that
oh,
was wild. Yeah, there was like everything you guys were talking about. I was like, I had something I could connect with, which was very. And again, you're very organic. You're not trying to be something. You're just being
yeah.
yourselves. And I think that goes so much further than anything that a lot of things out there. And I think that includes musicians. Like
I,
be yourself, and then
I don't know. I love Jeffrey Gaines. I saw him at a theater in between his first and second album. Um, and it was so cool. Like he actually afterwards hung out. Like he just literally climbed off the stage and came down and started talking to us after. He didn't even go in the back. He just was like, "Okay, I'm done," and came down and just started hanging out with us. And
that
like, yeah, it was
that's
really cool. He seemed like, I mean, that was I was freaking 18 or something when I, but I mean, it
oh
was
wow.
long,
Okay. Yeah.
so long ago. But he was so cool. He was so cool, and I really wish that I wish he had been massive, but he had, he's got a great career and he's put out such cool music. So
He did In Your Eyes, right? He did that cover. So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
um, I think so. When I opened up for him, he had just done that probably within the year, and
Okay,
then Michael Gablicki
okay,
was the headliner. Not
okay,
Rustin Roots, Michael Gablicki, like the lead singer.
okay. Okay.
So I remember just being in the green room with them, like, and this is like my career, which was an
Yeah,
interesting like twist instead of Mellencamp. Like this is when I started like working
right.
my way up. But hey, Jeffrey Gaines was just so freaking nice. Like he was just
Yeah, he's like such a good guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
he he talked about how like the record company set up the photo shoot for his first album, and he was like, and I got typecast as the blue guy because I don't know if you've ever seen that album cover, but he's like got his head down and his eyes closed and his arms like kind of coming down on his chest, and it's blue, and he's like, and that's not who I am. I'm funny, and I was
I
like,
like
yeah, yeah,
the
he's
serious one.
the
Yeah.
blue guy, but it was funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
we all make mistakes. I mean,
yeah,
well, he was told to make that mistake, but
yeah. Then the
I
second,
might.
oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the second album he kind of rocked it up a little bit more, and like on the cover he's like leaning back in a chair and like chilling, you know. So it's like he obviously wanted to
Listen up.
represent himself a little more. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, he was
That's
just
like I think that's one of the harder things as an artist. Like all of my album covers, I'm so like serious looking. I'm
yeah,
a goofball. I am not a serious person. Like when I teach, I'm very light. Like everything I do is very lighthearted. So it's always I have like, and I like Tina for the fact that every picture is just like, and like
yeah,
they're
she, yeah.
so that's why
My
the new album just has like a picture that my kid drew. Like
oh
all the
really?
artwork is my kid. So like I was like, I don't want my face on anything else because I always look so freaking serious. Like I was like, I'm done with this. I'm gonna die someday, and I don't want people to think I'm so like
Yeah,
all the time.
I
So
remember my mom had Private Dancer, and like that thing folded out, and it was like Tina Turner, like
yep, there's legs everywhere. I have like a an album. My husband keeps buying me albums, so you can't really
oh
see,
cool,
but like I have all the records back there with like her
okay,
legs. It's
okay,
also motivation. Be like, you
yes,
need to go to the gym. So the private dancer, yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah. So
please.
yeah, and that was the one that folded out, right? Like it was like a three panel, and it was just her in the middle of it.
Pretty sure I have not
Yeah.
opened it because I don't need that kind of pressure.
Okay, well, I'm
I just
yeah,
see her legs. I'm like,
I
okay,
remember it as a kid, so yeah,
it's
I
pretty sweet.
thought it was cool. She looked so iconic, like
She's queen.
yeah,
She's
for
freaking
sure,
queen.
for sure. So, man, all right, so I guess we're gonna head out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before we go, I want to open up the floor. I know this will be coming out on Tuesday morning, so I know you've got a show on Thursday,
Oh yeah.
and anything else that you want to talk about, go ahead.
Um, I'm opening up for a band called Adam Ezra Group. They're from Boston, and I've played with them before. I've opened up for them before in New York. They're just happy, warm, and like if you want to see something great, it's a Brown County Playhouse on Thursday, the 13th at 7:30. I'm opening up with some original music by myself, which is so scary, but it should be fun. And then first of all, just go out there and love original music. Love your local musicians. Love your local venues. And if you're so inclined, check out whatever I've done.
So I'm gonna say, and I say this on a lot of the podcasts, but go to Jen's website, pick up a physical copy of the album. Spotify's great. It lets people know you can discover music, but if you want to put money in the pockets of the performers and support them, buy their stuff, please.
Yes, please.
Bandcamp, uh, Bandcamp is really good. Just go and get Jen's stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. Um, and man, so next week we're gonna have Brain Dead by Sunday coming on. It's a father and daughter who play hard rock, 80s guitar with kind of a modern rock background. She is a strong vocalist. It's gonna be a lot of fun. They're working on putting a band together for their second album, so we're gonna have fun talking about that. Um, don't forget to check out I Taste the Music Sucks. It's all under the same umbrella. So if you find this podcast, you can find that one too. We didn't make a separate channel or anything for it. Um, I want to thank Tyler Martin, my producer, so much. I want to thank my friends Paul and Curtis for helping me out getting this whole thing sorted out with the bank and stuff because my mind was about to explode. Um, and I want to thank you, the people who listen to this podcast and who have been supporting me for over a year and helping this thing continue to grow. I feel like 2026 is going to be big. The music podcast took off so fast, and I'm really happy about it. And Jenn, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
This has been so fun. So yeah, I guess I don't want this to end, but I got to feed my kid and stuff. So I will see you next week with more most excellent entertainment.